the most important thing in communication is to hear what isn't being said. So opined Peter Drucker, a management consultant, educator, and author, whose writings have made significant contributions to the philosophical and practical foundations of modern businesses. Holistically understanding stakeholder management. Stakeholder management, an essential component of strategic planning, entails the systematic identification, analysis, and management of entities who can affect or be affected by an organization's activities, operations, or policies. Stakeholders might include clients, employees, shareholders, suppliers, regulators, and the community, among others. Upgrading your skill set in stakeholder management can enhance your operational excellence, fortify your risk management, and drive performance management. Identify and classify stakeholders. The first step in stakeholder management is a systematic identification of all your stakeholders. Strategic consulting firms often use methods like brainstorming, interviews, focus groups, and surveys. Post-identification, classifying stakeholders based on their power, legitimacy, and urgency is paramount, a process referred to as stakeholder salience. Power refers to the ability of a stakeholder to influence your organization's decisions or actions. Legitimacy implies the perceived validity of a stakeholder's relationship with your organization. Urgency indicates the degree to which a stakeholder's claims require immediate attention. Analyze stakeholder interests and impacts. Post-classification, you should analyze stakeholders' interests, potential impacts, and the implications they might have on your organization's strategy execution. It is vital to map stakeholders' expectations, potential influence, and the resultant degree of risk they pose. Tools such as the Influence/Impact Grid and Power Interest Grid are potent instruments in your toolkit for this phase of analysis. Implement stakeholder engagement strategies. Following analysis, you must develop and implement strategies to engage your stakeholders effectively. While high-power, high-interest stakeholders require managed closely, low-power, low-interest stakeholders may merely need to be monitored. Your strategy should cater to their specific desires, expectations, and reservations, sculpted within your organization's operational excellence framework. It's worth mentioning that one must prepare proactive strategies for potential changes in stakeholder categories, changes that are almost inevitable in today's rapidly evolving business landscape. Evaluation, re-evaluation, and communication. Lastly, in keeping with the principles of performance management, subsequent evaluation and re-evaluation of stakeholder management strategies need to be periodically carried out. This iterative procedure aids in identifying any changes in stakeholder attitudes, impacts, or potential risks and in reassessing the effectiveness of existing strategies. Communication, as underlined by Peter Drucker's quote, forms the backbone of stakeholder management. Effective, timely, and transparent communication can vastly enhance stakeholders' buy-in, foster trust, and mitigate potential conflicts. Mitigating stakeholder management risks. Mastering stakeholder management also necessitates a firm grasp over risk management, specifically over risks arising through stakeholder engagements. Stakeholders, whether actively or passively, might pose various risks, strategic, financial, operational, and reputational, to your organization. Proper identification and mitigation of these risks must form an integral part of your overall stakeholder management strategy. Merging digital transformation with stakeholder management. In an era of unprecedented digital transformation, cutting-edge technologies have started reshaping traditional stakeholder management. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and predictive analytics can provide robust support for stakeholder identification, analysis, and engagement, thereby driving informed decision-making and efficient strategy execution. To close this discussion, stakeholder management is not a box to be checked off. It's a critical, ongoing strategic process influencing every facet of your enterprise, requiring a thoughtful, proactive, and strategic approach. Efficacious management of stakeholders, consequently, can decode the secret to long-term success and sustainability in these turbulent times. Want to learn more about stakeholder management? We have included links to stakeholder management resources in the description. Also, download presentations, templates, and other best practice tools on stakeholder management from Flevy.com.